Everybody, welcome. We continue with the epic card review of the new expansion Rise of the Shadows. The very first card we're gonna review today is Dimensional Ripper. It is a 10 mana warrior class card. Summon 2 copies of a minion in your deck. So hashtag big warrior. We will also update our spreadsheet after these new reviews because, you know, new archetypes are potentially viable again. And I haven't written down. Thank you so much, B-Hawk, for the 9 months. I appreciate you very much, my friend. 9 months, Celsius, dude. It's a big one. Because we still have like the boom ship as a card in the game. And Dimensional Ripper is like an additional card. We do lose the Warrior Recruit card, the 6 mana one. 2 copies of Grimmage. Hells yeah. Double in a rage. Let's go fish for 20. It's a crazy combo card. It's like, in terms of value, it's a pretty good card. If you play like a big deck with only big minions, you play this guy, like someone mentioned in the chat. Shoutouts to Malkav HS. You just summon double Grimmage. Go Whirlwind. No, you can't go Whirlwind. You can go Coin Whirlwind, excuse me. Or you go double in a fire and smack him for 20. It's like an OTK deck. Or you go double Isera or whatnot. It's pretty strong in any of these. Or like this new card that summons like a 6-drop by the end of the turn. Just very, very powerful for big minions. Will Recruit Warrior be a thing? We gotta wait and see. All cards have not been revealed yet. But this is like definitely a big card. You see my Yuri level joke right there. For big warrior, big recruit warrior. It's a good card in a specific deck. The next card we have is Shama Butterfly. It's a very beautiful 1 mana 1/1 Death Rattle beast. Add a random hunter spell to your hand. So hunter gets a new Death Rattle minion. Amazing for very low cost. I love 1-drops, 2-drops. I love beautiful looking cards just like this one. It's just a good card, good value. Like what else can you get for a 1 mana card, right? It has a Death Rattle effect, might be relevant for certain cards, mechanics, Nizov, kind of things. Yeah, it's a cool card. It's a random spell to your hand. Relevant for Spellhunter. Spellhunter might play this. I think the new type of Spellhunter will definitely play minions and spells. So you might throw this in the deck. I'm not sure if Hunter, because Hunter is usually like a curve-based deck. If you can fit this in, you know, because of the stats. Hunter doesn't really have like the greatest removal tools usually. So is a 1 mana 1/1 good enough? You know, it just dies to everything. In Hunter, in that class. In other decks, it would be played. For example, Crystal something was played. Crystal something. Yeah, it's a 1 mana Death Rattle. 1 mana 1/1 Death Rattle, Priest Death Rattle that gave you a random class card from the opponent's class. That was played in Priest because Priest could afford to play these kind of cards. But can Hunter afford to play these kind of cards? We gotta wait and see. Yeah, write your Wisp question again, Gotrix. You have me muted? Okay. My headphones cord? Are you guys serious right now? Or... Dude, leave me alone. What is happening? Are you guys trolling me? Am I muted? Am I not muted? No, I'm not muted. Okay. New card. Henge Clan Hag. It's a 4 mana 3/3 battle cry.
Happy birthday, BTW.
Thanks so much, Gotrix. It's not my birthday. My birthday is in a couple months. Let's not talk about that. Time flies. Didn't I just celebrate my 30th birthday? Anyways, that's pretty much very far off topic. Henge Clan Hag. 4 mana 3/3 battle cry. Summon 2 amalgams with all minion types. We know amalgam is already existing in the game. Wow, crazy arena card. It's a 4 mana 5/5. The first thing that comes to mind, evolve synergy with the Shaman class. You play this guy, you play the Darkseer, which is rotating out of the game, and then you have like a full board of things like this kind of effect, you know, buff effects. This card will be played in Zoo. It's kind of like a Neutron, a 4 mana Neutron without taunt, but like a bigger main body, and the other bodies are all archetypes. I saw already like a bunch of comments that those smaller bodies, them having all archetypes doesn't really matter too much in terms of synergy. They're mainly relevant for a Murloc synergy, so maybe in like a Murloc Zoo-ish type of deck, which would be interesting. In Wild, it's definitely something to consider. But something that I was thinking is, because Control Warrior will definitely be a viable top tier deck, Dynamatic is still in the game and will be played by most Control Warriors. And if you play this on curve, one standard answer for Control Warrior would be Dynamatic, and it would not take out the 1/1s. This was so annoying when Anoyatron was not nerfed, you know, the Giggling Inventor, because you couldn't kill the smaller bodies. And basically the Anoyatron is coming back with this guy, because you can't Dynamatic the smaller bodies, so very, very annoying. That's because Control Warrior will be one of the main decks to counter aggro. Aggro decks will definitely opt for this card just to counteract with the removal card that Control Warrior will run. Very interesting card, will see play definitely. I also predict Token Druid to come back in full force. And this is a perfect card because Giggling Inventor was also played in aggro Token Druid before. You want to go white on the board so you can buff your jabronis with cards like Power of the Wild and other things, and the Hag is a perfect card for that type of playstyle. Good card, we'll definitely see a bunch of play. Probably low-key the most underrated card of the set. It is a good card, but how much this will actually see play is potentially a bit underrated at this point. Welcome to my favorite card of the expansion! New legendary reveal, Archivist Elise Jana. It is Ty's card. Wow, it is an 8 mana 7/7 legendary. You can only run it once in your deck. So big drawback. Battlecry, discover 5 cards. Replace your deck with 2 copies of each. Wow, what a cool card. You can counter Bomb Warrior with it. You can just play this when there's a bunch of bombs in your deck. You play this card and you counter the bombs. You replace your deck with other cards. Wow, mind-blowing, amazing card. Lots of value. Well, lots of value, you ask? How much value exactly, Gaara? Well, if you play this card, if you choose to play this card in a Specialist Cup format, you can sideboard this card together with, let's say 2 Baleful Bankers, let's say with Shadowwalk, and let's say with 2 Yawfu Brewmasters. So you can shuffle 60 additional cards in your deck. You might think, but Gaara, how can you shuffle 60 cards in your deck? This card will always replace your deck with the new 10 cards. Well, you just draw the 10 cards and then you play this again, and then you shuffle 10 cards in your deck and then you play this again. You go to Fatigue and you rinse and repeat 6 times. So you basically get 60 additional cards in your deck. And I play a lot of Specialist Cups. The people that never play any Specialist Cups, they don't know how Specialist Cups work. We do run very greedy sideboards in control decks, like Elise, Cubes, and stuff like that. As greedy as you can go these days, because you can't go... People are not going hero cards in the sideboards because people play these hero cards in their main deck. And you will basically play this card in every single control sideboard. So we have like infinite lasting best of 3 matches, which is gonna be so much fun. And I'm actually very happy with this card because I love Hearthstone so much that I will dedicate my time into playing in as many Specialist Cups as possible. And I will play this beautiful card in every single of my control decks, and I will always play a control deck in our Special Cups. And I will always go for the 60 card sideboard because it's 100% viable strategy. So I will extend these Specialist Cups up to 2 days in game length for the greater good of Hearthstone. This is my epic master plan to make Hearthstone finally good. I'm pretty sure they will nerf this card very quickly or change this card, because you can't have a Master Specialist Cup last for 2 days in a row. And I will do it. So I might be the most hated player in those Specialist Cups, but I do it. I sacrifice myself for the greater good of Hearthstone. So I'm very happy. I have a master plan. So I'm not, here just sitting here being salty. No worry, guys. I got you. I got you, fam. Don't worry about this card too much. Gaara got your back. I will do something physically. Okay? I will not just rant about this, nothing is gonna happen anyway, so we're gonna maintain a very beautiful positive attitude. On ladder this card will not have too much impact, because on ladder there will be a bunch of aggro decks, then you can't go this greedy. But in these specialist tournaments, which is competitive Hearthstone, this card is super ultra mega relevant. And this affects only a very small percentage of the actual player base. This is why not so many people are affected by this, and not so many people are outraged by this, because most people are just playing, you know, ladder, playing casual mode, you know, playing arena, around 3 wins on average. This card definitely affects me a lot. That's why I'm like, personally, like, let's not talk about this. I got a master plan. Let's move on. Okay, next card. 2 new cards, Barista Lynchin and Exotic Mount Seller. Mount Seller, cool. 5 mana, 4/5. So verse Yeti stats. Battlecry, add a copy of each of your other Battlecry's minions to your hand. So I assume it is Battlecry's on the board. So it's like an extended value card. It's a situational card. Basically this card really boils down to how good Battlecry minions are gonna be in the game. It is similar to Brun, but instead of a Battlecry proccing twice, you get the card back in your hand, and it is like a 5 mana combo card. Like I said, it's relevant depending on how good cheaper Battlecry minions are, because the Battlecry minion will usually just die the turn it's played, after it's played, and so you have to have a Battlecry minion that costs 5 mana or less, so you can play it at the same turn with this girl to get it back in your hand. So it's like just additional value. Does this work with Battlecry? With Shadowwalk? No, because it's all other Battlecry minions, so it will not work with Shadowwalk. But Shadowwalk usually floods the board, you know, and then if you play this, you will bounce back stuff with Shadowwalk. It's a good card. You can't really say which type of decks it will be played now specifically, just because you gotta build the decks and see what kind of Battlecries, but this card is definitely viable because the effect is powerful. The next card we have is Exotic Mount Seller. Whenever you cast a spell, summon a random 3-cost beast. That's like the first real filler card, right? Yeah, I assume this is just from the bot, and this is like the first filler card. This card is just too expensive to combo. It's a random 3-cost beast. Well, interesting. We gotta check out the 3-cost beasts, what they are on average. I mean, this works with like coins and stuff. I mean, if you play this card, I mean, the stats are not that bad actually. 7 and a 5/8 is okay. 8 health is huge for 7 mana minion. It's a very good card in arena, but in constructed this is just not good enough. It's just like more value. Like we have better cards in constructed, cards like Astromancer. And you would play this in Mage. Like it works with the 1 mana twin spell. It works with the 1 mana twill spell of Mage you play this and then freeze 2 targets, and then you have like 2 beasts. But yeah, that's not crazy. Yeah, it's like not as bad as like previous filler cards. It's like a power. Like if you compare this to War Golem, it's 10 times better than a War Golem, but it's still like just a filler card. Yeah, it's even better than Illidan. It's not that terrible. Like for a filler card, this is pretty damn good. And if you get this like as a random effect from a random 7-cost minion, that's like a really good minion to get. It's not that bad, but not good enough to play it as a card in your deck, I would say. Yeah, like someone said, it's just a very powerful arena card, right? The next card we have is the Boom Reaver, the final card of today's review. It's a 10 mana 7/9 mech. Battlecry, summon a copy of a minion in your deck, give it rush. A lot of people were upset. This card is like not too powerful, but we already like saw a new Big Warrior. I hate that they're bringing back like they're recycling old mechanics. It's kind of boring. They're bringing back Big Priest for the 5th time, and they're bringing back now Big Warrior for the 2nd time or 3rd time. I think 2nd time. Bomb Warrior never really took off. It was like a meme deck. It's kind of like they're very persistent. It's like they're trying to make free Shaman work for the 3rd time. They did push Beast Druid for 2 years or so. So Big Warrior never really took off. There are Big Warrior cards cycling out, and they're like pushing Big Warrior again. I don't know. It's like boring. Will you even play this for a big warrior deck? Because it's a battle cry effect, usually you play cards that have no battle cry because you special summoning them from your deck. So this is a card that is definitely relevant from Omega Assembly in the Dr. Boom Hero Power. Another card that heavily buffs the Dr. Boom Hero Power, I would say. It's just like a very big mech, and it basically has Rush 2 if you discover it from Dr. Boom. Dr. Boom Hero Power Hero card gets so buffed this expansion, it's crazy. Powerful mech, you can magnetize with it, and yeah, it kinda would fit better in a big warrior deck because you play a lot of big minions that you can summon, and then they have brush and there will be a big minion, so it's like a gigantic removal tool. But you don't really want to play this in a big warrior deck because it's counter intuitive with how you play big warrior, so it's a very weird design, and you would not play this card in regular control warrior. It's just not good enough because you play a lot of reactive cards. You play like, you know, oozes, smaller taunts, that like dynamatics and whatnot, which you do not want to summon from your deck. So it's really a card that you basically get from Omega Assembly and Dr. Boom Hero Power.